Good morning class, welcome to St. Peter School. This is your science class, and in previous class we were discussing about the question and answer given on page number 154. So all the students are required to take out the books and take out page number 156. Okay, page number 156, take out page number 156 please. Okay, we have already completed up to the question number 4. Up to the question number 5, that is the answer the following question we have already completed. Hope you all have noted down all the question and answer which is given in the video. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the question number 6, and the question itself is telling the discuss, that we need to discuss. So it's upon you. If you want to write the answer with your own, you can write down the answer with your own in this discuss section. Okay, so because because the question itself telling it is just a discuss, so no need to copy my answer. If you are copying my answer, it's okay, but if you if you want to write it in your own language, you can write it. Okay, so first question is, why do mushrooms have to get nutrients from the dead and decayed plants and animals? So as we all know that mushrooms does not have chlorophyll, so they are unable to prepare their own food. Hence they absorb nutrients from the dead and decaying plants and animals to survive. What does it mean? That we all know that when we were studying about the unusual plants, you can see on the page number 152, you will see that some unusual plants. So now the term itself is defining that it is an unusual plant. So what happens? Mushroom don't have chlorophyll. They are non-green in color, or you can say that very less chlorophyll is present on it. It is not sufficient for doing photosynthesis. So mushroom don't have lots of chlorophyll, or you can say no chlorophyll. So they have no chlorophyll and hence do not prepare their own food. They absorb nutrients from the dead and decaying plants. So that's why the question is saying, the question is asking, why do mushroom have to get nutrients from the dead and decaying plants? Just because they can't prepare their own food, they don't have chlorophyll, so they are totally dependent on the dead and decaying plant nutrients. Okay, so and for the first question, answer will be, as a mushroom does not have chlorophyll, so they are unable to prepare their own food, hence they absorb nutrients from the dead and decaying plants and animals to survive. Now question number 2 is, why do we use iodine while testing for the presence of starch? Okay, the number of times we discussed with the 2 to 3 experiments while testing the presence of starch, while testing the presence of sunlight, or you can say we have done 2 experiments, right? So but number of times we have seen that we are using spirit and we are using iodine in the experiment, but then also I have already explained it to you why we are adding iodine and why we are adding the leaf into a spirit. But just again the question is the same, why do we use iodine while testing for the presence of starch? So answer will be like this: we use iodine to test the presence of starch because when leaf is boiled in a spirit water, or you can say alcoholic water, it dissolves all the chlorophyll present in the leaf. Okay, so what is the use of spirit? First of all, what it used to make a leaf colorless, or you can say remove the chlorophyll from the leaf. Leaf is used to add into the spirit water. So when the leaf is boiled in a spirit water, it dissolves all the chlorophyll present in the leaf and it becomes pale yellow or almost non-green in color. Okay, then when iodine is added to that leaf, it turns into blue black in color, which is the color of iodine. Okay, what happens? There is no color in the leaf, there is no starch in the leaf, so what happens? It absorbs the color of the iodine. It is almost blue black in color. Okay, which indicates that now leaf has no starch. While we add iodine to the normal green leaf, it turns into the brownish color. So for what purpose iodine is used? Iodine is used just to check if the leaf has a starch, it will turn into a brownish color. But if the chlorophyll, like in the presence of spirit, starch has been removed, alcohol has been removed, and then the leaf is now non-green in color, will be no color, no starch, then it will take the color of iodine. So iodine is just used to indicate the presence of a starch in a leaf, non-green leaf or the green leaf. Okay, so that is the purpose of using starch. Now third question, you will see that why should we not cut down the trees. क्यों नहीं हमें पेड़ों को काटना चाहिए. Why should, okay, you can write this answer in different way. Okay, you can write it by your own way, because it's a very common topic. We already discussed this topic again and again, how the plants and animals are setting their fine balance in the nature. So I will request that, I will suggest you to write it by your own. Then also I have given you answer here. It's a very short form. It might if you like, if this question carries like a 5 marks, so this 4 line is not sufficient for your answer. You have to add more of your points to this, but still I have given you 4 line answer here, just to suggest you how to write down the answer. So we should not cut the trees because plant and animals both are interdependent on each other for their basic needs. Okay, still here you all have understood, we should not cut the trees because plant and animals both are interdependent on each other for their basic needs. Plant give oxygen to animal, while animal gives out CO2, that is carbon dioxide, for the plant to prepare food. Hence, set fine balance in nature. Who set fine balance in nature? Plant and animals both set a fine balance in nature. Hence, if any of the number, whose number, plants or the animals number, will decrease, will disturb the fine balance of the nature. Okay, this is the very simple way how you can write. Okay, now what you will add, what you can add in this is, I'm going to show you what you can add in this your answer. You will see on the page number 153, the fine balance is given here. The separate topic has been given here, a fine balance. Okay, so you will start your answer like this only. We should not cut the trees because plant and animals both are interdependent on each other for their basic needs. Plant give oxygen to the animal, while animal gives out carbon dioxide for the plant to prepare the food. Hence, set the fine balance. If what I have done, fine balance in the nature. Hence, if any of the number I have already I have added here, if any of the number, plants or the animals, just I have made it in a short form. But when the question is carrying a 6 marks or the 10 marks, you have to write it in a detail. So then how you will write? You will take it from here. Okay, the last paragraph given on the page number 153. Okay, so you will take it from here. If the number of plants decreases, the oxygen, if the number of plants decreases, the oxygen levels in the air also decreases. If there are too many plants, the animals may not be able to supply enough carbon dioxide for the plants. This is the reason we should not cut the plants to disturb our nature, because they are maintaining a fine balance in the nature. Okay, so we should protect trees or both the animals from decreasing it or from increasing it also. So you will write, so in this way we can hence, so we should protect our trees from the cut down. You can write like this, or yes, you have to make a picture also for the fine balance, showing how they are interdependent on each other. Okay, but if the question is carrying just 3 marks, 4 marks, it's very it is sufficient answer. You can write this answer, you can learn this answer. Just add your everywhere, wherever you can add the picture, you try to add the picture. It what happens, it enhance your answer. ये आपके आंसर को मोर क्लियर करता है. मीन्स व्हेन यू ड्रॉ द पिक्चर, इट मीन्स दैट you understood thing very well, right? So whenever you write your answer, if it is possible to draw a picture, just draw a picture. Like you can make a picture here showing how the fine balance is there in between. You can show this picture, the last picture given on the page number 153. You can draw this picture. This is a very simple picture. It's not necessary to make all the animals and human beings. Just make one animals, two animals, okay, and show the interdependency of each other. So it will enhance your answer. So we are done with the question and answer, I think, almost. Okay, and in next session I will discuss with the let's do it portion. I know you have already done question number 1 and you were doing this project also. Okay, and I will discuss the question number 3 and I think 2 and 3 is only there left. So I will discuss for this answer in the next class. Till the time, what you are going to do, you are just note down all the question and answer in your copy. Take a click, share it in a group, so that I can also see if you are writing correct or not, and I will correct it and send it back to you. So till the time, thank you, take care, and bye bye.